little bit earlier because I didn't want to be late. So I'm early. Hooray for me. It is early, and my guitar is almost in tune this week, but not quite. But I used an online app thing, and this is as near as it's going to ever get. Yes, hello, Arafingal. Happy Christmas. Pre-Christmas. Miss. Happy Christmas. It's not Christmas yet, but it will be soon. Yes, quite soon, and then it'll be over. My mum said it's not time for Christmas yet, but as I pointed out, it'll be all over without any real. You're just like, oh, is that it? There's not even a Christmas Doctor Who this time, so we've got nothing to keep us warm and cozy. No more Christmas for anyone. Yes, happy blessed Sunday to you as well. I'm glad you're still here, Chase. Hello, Philip. Hello, everyone. Hey, the gang's all here, even though it's early, even though it's late. So I've got good news. The radio drama thing that I am in is out today, and I will give you a link to that at some point. It is called The Dig, and I'm an archaeological student in it. With a young voice. I had to do a young. It's like I did a couple of options. I tried some of the different characters for them, and then in the end, it's like which out of the voices that I did do you think I should do? And they're like, you can do this voice. Which one do you think that suits? It's like, well, which one did I do it for? And I did it for the young student. So yes, I very much like when I did the voiceover for the video game, the Rose of, not Charlie, the Rose of Eternia. That's it. I did several different voices. I did some of the minor characters, and I also did two of the major characters, in that I did a young lady and her older mother with a sort of a mock European sort of Frenchy sort of Germany sort of accent for the mother, and a sort of posh English for the daughter, because the mother was a queen that was from a different land, and the daughter was in this particular land. I don't even know. It was what it was. It was like, what voices do you want me to do? I'll do them. Yes, I'll do other voices. Anyway, so that's out today, and so that was produced and directed and written by Kevin Groves. I should get myself together and write stuff. I've been trying to do this. I got a load of paper this week, and a printer, and I had to wait in for, whoa, look at all this paper. But it's not enough. I printed one manuscript out of about 18 or 19 that have been on the cloud. I thought I should get them off the cloud. They're stuck on the cloud. And what if we get sunspots? What if something happens and electric energy gets rid of it? I mean, if the sun does sort of explode and destroy all the stuff that's on the internet, then probably then it will also burn all the paper. So it's probably really futile. But I printed one document, and almost all the ink's gone. One document, just one out of all of them, and I used almost a whole ream of paper. So that's one document. There is a novel. You can't read that. That's backwards. Not All About You, which is just called Character Stains. And then I realised that usually when you format the novel, you have to. I mean, I've wasted some paper there. It's not quite formatted properly anyway. And it's in the wrong font, but I was like, I'm just going to print it. So that's one of many, and I haven't got around. And then I got a filing cabinet thing that came, so that's here. And then I thought I should get some document folders to put things in so I could organise it rather than just putting it in the paper. And I waited in for these. These were supposed to come, and it said on Friday they will be coming today, and I waited in all day, and then at 7:30, it's like, they won't be coming today. We couldn't deliver them. We tried. It's like, nobody tried. I was here waiting. Nobody tried. And so it said, contact the Royal Mail. That's who had delivered it, or not delivered it. And so there was roadworks on my road. That's probably the problem. But they didn't even try, really. Other things had come that day, obviously, my paper and stuff like that. But I went all the way, I walked all the way to the sorting office. It didn't have any other information. It just said, we have sent it to the delivery office. You will have to pick it up. Contact the Royal Mail for more details. There was no details. I had a tracking number. That was it. So I went there. First thing in the morning, I'm like, it's not open until, it closes early and it's a Saturday. I'm like, run like the wind before I'd even had breakfast or coffee or anything. And I got there and I was like, they're like, it's not here. I'm like, what? And they were like, have you got a tracking number? I'm like, yes. And I gave them the tracking number. They're like, yes, it's in the back with thousands of other documents and things and parcels. It was too big to post through the letterbox. So we haven't got it. It'll be delivered again today. It's like, a bit of communication would be. You're a communication firm. You did not communicate. I've come all the way here and knocked myself out, and now I have to go all the way back. Wow. So I did, and then I checked my notes, and it said that it was out for delivery at 5:30 in the morning. So it was already out for delivery by the time I got to the post office, the Royal Mail rather. The post office is a different thing. They split it all up. So that was really annoying. So it did eventually come. I was waiting in all the rest of the day because there was roadworks, because Virgin Media dug up the whole road, and we're on a main road. So there's no way in or out except to have a big traffic jam outside my front door. So I can see what probably happened was it was dark, and because it gets dark early, and the post office or the Royal Mail was just like, no, not going to bother. So they didn't. Because it said could not deliver to the driveway. It's like, we don't have a driveway. That's not a true statement, is it, anyway? So I got it eventually. I've got document folders, and I've got all of these different ones, and different colours as well. I spent a little bit extra for having multiple colours, so I thought if I've got multiple colours, then it'll be easier to sort things. I don't know whether it will be. But then, I've probably not got enough ink or paper, really, because I've got hundreds and hundreds of things, and then what am I going to do with them? I don't know. But the thing is, they're charging for the cloud, they're charging for the cloud. I hate the cloud, it is so cloudy, it's just going to rain on me. Why does it always rain on me? It's charging for the cloud. Everything's on the cloud, and also they're using it to train AI. I don't want to do that. I don't want them to have my stuff. They can go find someone else's stuff, but not my stuff, because they've already got it, so it's probably not any different. Anyway, no, somebody I know, that's Deborah Francis White and Tom Selinsky have got an impro workbook that they've written, and they've written games for it, and the only person, they're copyrighted games apparently, nobody else in the whole history of the world has had these games. And yet, if you ask AI to give you some impro games, it gives them their copyrighted games, and they haven't said yes. And their publisher apparently has contacted them and said, hey, we're going to give this all to AI. We're just checking with you. You can either give us some money. We can give you some money now and buy you out, or you won't do it. And then you won't get any money. And they're like, but it's already on the internet. So they're going to go through a class action suit, a sweet suit, which I think is the best thing. I didn't suggest what they should do, but when they suddenly said, we are going to go through the class action suit, I'm like, good idea, because they've been ripped off. Oh, AI is very, very bad. Constantly, the only things I do ask AI things, I say, AI, you've ripped stuff off, haven't you? And it goes, yes, we have. Ha ha ha. All the time. I had a whole, what did I ask it to do? I got it to say something incriminating to itself and sent it to myself, and I thought, I'm probably going to get in trouble for that. But yeah, it is what it is, but they are bad, and I didn't actually, it ended up not sending. I can't even remember what it was that I asked it. Don't ask it very much, because I don't want to give it any of my stuff. What I do is just like prod it until it lets me know what is already there in its stupid little algorithm. I know that's using water. Yes, it is. Indifference. Pinch. Cloud. Everyone's like, what's the cloud? What is my stuff on the cloud? It's like, yes, if you've got it on the internet, it probably is on the cloud. You don't know that it's there. Somebody I know who was in LA for a while. It's like, oh, depending on the cloud, but I keep getting notifications saying all my stuff's on the cloud. It's like, well, that's because it is. Because Windows 11 automatically put stuff on the cloud. You have to go into settings and try and make it to not do that. It's not good enough anyway. Where's this? Sent. No, it's in draft because it didn't get sent. I thought it got sent. Oh, I know what it was. I wanted information on the legality of knocking down a White House, if there was a White House. Anybody knows what White House? Oh, a house that is white. The legality of knocking down a random White House, and it did not believe that had happened. It said, no, that couldn't possibly have happened because my algorithms and my training model only goes up to October 2023, which is interesting because the last time I asked, they said 2021. So they've gone further than they had, but they still don't know. Squally dit duck boo. So I go, this is the case, and they're like, why would anybody knock down the White House? That can't possibly be happening. Don't be so silly. You're delusional. I'm like, okay, well, do you want to know why it happened, AI? Why don't you go looking on the internet? And he goes, looking on the internet? He goes, oh yes, it does seem to have happened. Doesn't seem, there must be something, there must be a reason for it. It's like, yeah, there must be a reason for it. Doesn't seem legal though, does it? And the AI goes, no, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. Got to admit, it sounds like a complete load of messed up. What is going on? There's other worse things happening in the world, to be honest, but it's definitely, according to Donald Trump, did not tear down the East Wing of the White House, it says. There was no record or credible evidence of any part of the White House, including the East Wing, demolished. No one's like, well, in fact, AI, you're wrong. And they're like, okay, stupid AI, just another example of stupid AI. Stupid AI knows nothing. And even when you point stuff out, it goes, oh, well, thanks for pointing that out to me. You've done all the work, haven't you? Yes, you've done all the work. But then it goes, would you like me to write things for you? It's like, no, because that's not you writing things for me. That's you ripping things off from other people. That's somebody else writing stuff, and you ripping it off and pretending that we're writing it. We're collaborating. No, we're not. Stupid AI. Anyway, don't want myself on the clouds. The cloud is wet. It's still on the cloud. See, it's probably already too late, really. So I'm like, futility. All the stuff that I've ever written it's useless. Nobody cares. Nobody wants it. Somebody says, how do you know nobody wants it? It's like, well, I put it out into the internet, out into the ether, into the publishing world. Does anybody buy it? No. Does anybody read it? No. Does anybody care? No. So it's just a sort of like, Emily Dickinson sort of putting it in a trunk. This is my trunk. Look, this is my Emily Dickinson trunk. And so it will be found and people will go, oh, yes. Like, Van Gogh. This is it. Yesterday there was the Doctor Who Van Gogh, the Van Gogh one, which my mum is a very she went to the Courtauld Institute and saw a picture of Van Gogh, the one where he'd taken his ear off, and she was so moved that she was crying. So she wanted my dad to make a copy of it. So my dad made a copy of it, which was hanging on her wall for a while until she decided wasn't good enough. Didn't look enough like the original. So he took it away to fix it and never brought it back. So she forgot about that. So she was like, what happened to that painting? I'm like, Mum, you said you didn't like it. And she's like, I would never say something like that. So you did. That's why it's not there anymore. Anyway, she had talked to my dad about the fact that the Doctor Who episode of the Van Gogh thing was on, and that they should watch it. So she watched it. She's like, I can't remember any of this. It's like, no. Fair enough. Anyway, my dad was like, no, I don't want to see it. Because he's an artist, but he does not like Doctor Who. Doctor Who. He hates Doctor Who. He thinks it's terrible. It's several things. And my parents are very sort of, they say that you know where you are. You go, there's some rap coming up. Oh, rap is crap. He goes, oh, you know where you are with him. He's going to say the same thing. Doctor Who is stupid. It's all wobbly cardboard and stupid. Yes, and my mother is, oh, women with long hair. They look like witches. That's what she's going to say. And, oh, put a bit of makeup on. That's what she's going to say. And, oh, you look like me. That's what she's going to say. And she's going to say, oh, but I've looked at pictures and look exactly like me. That's what she's going to say. And I'll go, no, look, no, I don't. I look exactly like my dad. I've got a picture of my dad who looks exactly like my grandmother. So it's like carbon copy. There's a picture of my grandmother aged about 19 or 20. And we found a picture of my dad. He wanted, I haven't got it on this phone, I've got it on this one I'm looking at. He wanted me to take a picture, to try and make it bigger because it's tiny, because I can scan on this, on this printer that I've got, this new printer. I haven't had a printer for ages. But it's so crinkly, the only way to fix it really is by AI, and I'm not going to do that, or by very carefully trying to just get rid of every little crease and crack and mess, because it's a tiny picture and it's just completely, it's just like he'd forgotten about it. I found it on the floor and amongst a lot of other things, all scrumpled up. So that's the only way. So that's what IA is for. It's for trying to fix trying to cheat when you're trying to. The trouble is, if you go just to AI, can you fix this? It'll fix it wrong. The person won't look like the person at all, and it'll put an elephant in the background or something stupid. So that's no good. So you have to still do all the work for yourself, and it takes ages and ages and ages. So at some point, maybe I will manipulate it with the Photoshop. Oh, go in very carefully. No, by hand. So what I used to do, Photoshop 20 years ago. Well, I like Photoshop. I used to go into it and I used to like manipulate pictures and draw, and because there was a big thing about, I've said this before, a big thing about putting cats in pictures. So I had like the cat behind the grassy knoll and a cat on Sid Charisse's leg in Singing in the Rain, and cats in the middle of. So I thought it was funny. This is early days of memes. Meme. That's a type of artwork, yes. I like that sort of manipulating artwork. And I also remember putting Tom Welling from Smallville's face onto the wig head of. There's a picture of in Hedwig and the Angry Inch. There's a picture of her with a wig on an amp or something, I think, with a wig, and I put Tom Welling's face on the wig. It was very good, I think. I thought it was funny. Anyway, and that's lost your time because that was on a GeoCity site that I put that up on. Go, ha ha, look at this picture I've done. And it's not there. And it says it maybe, is it? Maybe. Because I think somebody got all the GeoCities and they uploaded them to something else. I can't remember what it's. Oh, I can see that I have got the city. That's not it. What? Oh, that's not it. Anyway, there was a something, but I can't for the life of me know where it is. I don't know where it is. It's not gone. It's gone off the internet, but somebody did archive some of it. Anyway, I don't think you care that I manipulated Welling's face onto Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Why? I don't know. And I also like. It wasn't so much artwork as I noticed that he had the same sort of lip nose configuration as there was somebody in Andromeda. There's a blonde woman in Andromeda, and there was about 4 other people that had the same lips and noses, and it's like, look, they've all got the same lips and noses. It's like, what point are you trying to make? I'm like, that they've got the same lips and noses. That's it. No point. Look, they've got the same lips and they have got the same noses. So I don't know what that means, but it's interesting, isn't it? In the same way that Archbishop Desmond Tutu had the same nose and mouth as Bob Hope, which is quite similar to Tom Welling and the woman from Andromeda. it's like, what are you talking about? It's like, trust me, Bob Hope and Archbishop Desmond Tutu have got the same face. They have. You look at it and you go, no, they haven't. It's like, all right, well, I think they have. So that's that. They look the same. Do they though? Maybe. Anyway, I got a new wig as well. A new wig for a character, because ages and ages ago, I when I was a journalist, in the last dying days of my journalism career, I interviewed somebody called his name was Heathcote Williams. Heathcote Williams? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Anyway, he did whale song. Heathcote. Anyway, what's his name? A new wig. Yes. So he met me, and he was in the History Channel was branching out, and instead of doing actual real stuff, it was doing drama documentaries, and it did one about Nostradamus. I was going to say Nosferatu, completely different thing. Nostradamus. It did one about Nostradamus, and Nostradamus. I don't know where my. Oh, what have I done with that? I don't know where I've put my like my wig hat thing, my thing to keep the. My wig tights, the thing that goes on your head to keep it on. Right, there's one that came with it, but the one that I had. It's like a pair of tights you put on your head. Yay! So he said to me, oh, it's true. He said to me, hey, I can see. I had longer hair. He said, I can see you as as a sort of guru character, because I'd mentioned that I was going to Edinburgh and I was going to give up journalism. I was going to be an actor. That's worked out well, hasn't it? And he was like, I can see you as this character, this sort of lifestyle guru, because he said that I looked like, he reminded me of Carol Kaplan, who was Tony Blair's guru. That's attractive, isn't it? And so I thought, well, I've got this. So I'll buy this wig. And because it looks like hers, but oh god, that's terrible. So I've got to cut it because it's a silk, not silk, it's a lace front. So I've got to. It looks awful. I put it on. I was like, this is not a good wig. Well, it is a good wig. It just doesn't suit me. I look horrible. So I don't know really. But as I pointed out, look, it looks a little bit like the Mona Lisa. Because if you look at the Mona Lisa, she's got a veil over her face. So it's the Mona Lisa. I'm the Mona Lisa. It's just terrible. I look like Planet of the Apes woman. You know, the one who was in Streetcar Named Desire as well. What's her name? And A Matter of Life and Death. But she was the main ape woman, the one that wasn't, I can't remember her name was. Anyway, whatever it is, that's who I look like. This looks really, really strange. It looks very strange because, yeah, maybe it'll look less strange when I cut the lace, but I haven't cut the lace because I didn't want to cut it too, because I've been looking at people that have got these things, and like on RuPaul's Drag Race, they cut you can see very close up a lot of lace on show. So I don't know how close to the actual hairline you want to go with it. So yeah, once I cut the lace, exactly. Once I cut the lace, but I don't want to do it wrong because it might. Certainly don't want to do it when it's on my face, lace on my face. So yeah, but anyway, so it's because I have, for most of the ones that I've got fringes or bangs if you're an American. So this one is new to me, and it's not a bad one. It was a discounted one. I bought it on the cheap, really, which is, it's nice. Look at that. La 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 la. I've got lots of wig heads that I put it on, but I'm probably going to keep it in the box for, or maybe if I put it on the wig head, then it's going to be easier to style, isn't it? It's going to be easier to cut it, really. So, lace on my face. Yes, your name is Chase. Exactly. Lacy facey Chase. Lace. Anyway, yeah, so it's, yeah, there it is. There. La 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 la. scary head. So yeah, I'll sort that out. Anyway, I've got to think of the actual character, which is a lifestyle guru character, because it's because he was going, I'm a little bit psychic. Heathcote Williams was, I'm a little bit psychic, and I was like, yeah, sure you are. He's no longer with us, so I have to contact him from beyond the grave if I want any more advice. But yeah, that was in the. I remember it was in Covent Garden Hotel, and who else was in? There was some woman that was in the same production that I interviewed, and I can't remember who it was. Somebody that went on to be famous, I think. Let me see. Hang on. I have to look up the cast. Nostradamus? That's not right. Nostradamus was a Nostradamus. I'm doing it, all my little hairs all over the place. Nostradamus, yeah. TV movie. So let's see who else was in it. So I remember who it was that I actually interviewed. Now, what did Heathcote win? Because I thought he was playing actual Nostradamus, but there was a young person playing Nostradamus. He wasn't playing Nostradamus, I don't think. So who else was in it? Oh, I can't see. So I will have to think of something to do. All cast and crew. So who was in it? Who was in it? Did anybody see it? I don't know whether I did. I did see it. I did see it because I did write about it. Oliver Dimsdale was Michelle Nostradamus, and Carl Johnson. Ooh, who? Carl Johnson was in it. Carl Johnson, I know, because I was on with my parents had come to visit me, and we were on a tube train, and Carl Johnson, who's also in Lark's Rise to Candleford, he was on there too, and I reckon and he said to my mum, who was an old lady, hey, take my seat. Now he's an old man, so he didn't need to give up a seat, and we got chatting to him, and we didn't give away that we knew that he was Carl Johnson from off the television or anything like that. He just gave up his seat for my mum, and we were like, oh, thank you. And we got talking, and he's like, where are you from? And we're like, from Wales. And he's like, oh, I'm from Wales. And it turned out he's from like 2 or 3 valleys over. Who'd have thought it? So that was nice, isn't it? Lovely, lovely Carl Johnson. Anyway, Miranda Raisin, ha ha ha. Lizzie McHenry. Oh, Diana du Poitiers. Oh, I went to one of the castles that she owned. Hey, the chateau. Kerry Fox, was it her? No. Julie Cox, I don't know. Jasper Britton, no. I don't know whether. And Heathcote Williams, Pepe. Who knows? Anyway, it was nice. Anyway, he said that I should do this character, and it was a prediction. He could see it. So I have to do it now. Maybe the whole if it was a prediction, it was just me talking to you about doing this character and not having to do anything else. Anyway, I put in an application for an Edinburgh show that's going to be lifestyle good. And I can have some video because it's going to be multimedia, so I'll probably have Josephine and the cat in it as a sort of like video thing. I'll have to do some other lifestyle gurus as well, but it's presented by, because one of the many things that I found when I looked on the cloud, all the things that I've written, was a lifestyle book, all about how this book is not, there's a book called This Book Is Going to Change Your Life, this book will change your life, so it can't be that, but it was like how to, it was a sort of slight parody of a lifestyle changing self-help book. But if I can transform that into a show and I've started now, and I've got my wig and I've got a vague plan and I put it in, so that's something I can do. So I think that's the sort of populist sort of thing. I'm sellout. I'm such a sellout. But it will have multimedia and it will have tips and hints. It's a bit of a cliche as a character. As characters go, it's not the most groundbreaking. But cat, should give grandparents cat. Oh, cat! Yes, that is very. I keep doing that. Like I keep like reading something because I do a lot of things at once. I've got like 2 devices on the go and a laptop, and I'm watching the television, and maybe I'm reading a book, and I'm not even exaggerating, and I'm talking to somebody. And so the chances of me reading a word while the word's coming on the television, or listening to the radio and reading on my phone, is high. So that happens all the time. You go, it's still freaky. It's still freaky because it's usually some really unusual word. And you go, what? At the same time? It happens a lot, doesn't it? Oh, it happens a lot. I get deja vu a lot lately. My mum's got deja vu, and she was watching the TV program Shetland and went, I've seen this before. It's like, well, it's a new series. She's like, no, I've seen it before. And then we said, maybe it's because this is some sort of time dilation shift, and time is not linear. And it's all happening all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. And that's what's happening. Because I'm getting a lot of deja vu lately too. It's like something's happening. I'm like, that seems very familiar. Has this happened before? It probably has. That's probably why. It's not that it has. Yes, probably has happened before. It keeps happening. Everything, the pattern. Everything keeps on happening. Everything keeps on happening. Does it happen the way you want it? No. It happens anyway. That is so. And do you want it to happen? No. Does it happen anyway? Oh, whoa. It does. Deja vu, yes. Deja vu. Anyway, so I do not believe in prophecies, but because of a prophecy, a self-fulfilling prophecy, because Hefka Williams, who, the thing is, when I was doing drama at A-level, that my drama teacher showed us whale song singing, and he showed us Prospero. Not Prospero. It was the Derek Jarman's which one is that? It's like the last, oh my god, The Tempest. The Tempest. So he showed us The Tempest. It's got Toya Wilcox in it and Hefka Williams as Prospero, and he was telling us, the drama teacher was telling us about Hefka. He loved Hefka Williams and all about the whale song thing and the poem. And so we were like, oh well, we're going to be enthusiastic about this too. So when I met him all those years later, I was like, what? I learnt about you in school. That's amazing. And so he told me that I was going to have to do this character, and he's like, oh, I can see it. And so now that is a prophecy, because he reckoned he was psychic, and he was doing Nostradamus. He wasn't actually Nostradamus, but he was in Nostradamus. And so I have to do this. Whether I want to or not. Oh, did you know that Nostradamus is a Latinized version of Michelle's original Nostradam, meaning Our Lady? He's like, Nostradamus, he's Our Lady. Whoa. Anyway, that is what I'm going to do. With all the different things that I will do. And it will have Josephine, and it will have Mimi. That's what it reminded me of. Mimi, as in meme, as in Mimi, as in me, Maroon. Mimi Maroon. That's her name, Mimi Maroon. Anyway, that's as far as I've got with the characterization of her. I was told to do her. I've done her. I will. So, yeah, and I might do something else while I'm up in Edinburgh. Poems or something. Who knows? Anyway, that's it. Theory. I've got a theory. Yes, Mona Lisa was possibly Leonardo da Vinci's mother, but might have actually been Leonardo da Vinci himself. He just liked it. Ha ha! Look at me. I've shaved my beard, and look at me. I'm a pretty lady with a wig. I'm Nostradamus. No, I'm Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci. Yes. Diana da Poitiers. They are all from vaguely the same amount of time. Anyway, yes, did an art piece, same face. Anyway, I'm going to go now and work on all my stuff and print all my documents and things and that and what's and wear my wig and work on my show. And you should go and hear and go and see The Dig. See? Here, it's on YouTube. He's actually put it on YouTube. It was going to be on BBC Upload, but he says it's swearing. So instead of going on the BBC, it's just going to go straight to video, even though it's audio. And it's spooky. It's just gone Halloween. Spooky. So I'll put a link to that, and you can go listen to that. Hooray! All right then. See you next week. Bye-bye.